I'm a really, really big fan of Ryan Clark, his perspective. But in this instance, I feel like he was completely out of bounds. And anytime you mention somebody, I don't give a damn if my wife is in the back twerking. Don't you, as a man with his own wife and his own family, don't mention my wife in the background twerking. I don't care that rgIII's wife was in the background sipping tea and kikiing and the optics were terrible. But let's focus on rgIII and not bring up his wife. We all know as men, wife and children are out of bounds. With that said...
Well, okay, hold on. Let me jump in right there. I think that he mentioned that because of the emphasis that rgIII puts on his white wife.
But he didn't do that. But in the past, this has nothing to do with that, though.
I know, but I think... Okay, but I think that if you look at the post where he calls himself the milkman and he's always talking about a tall glass of milk, and he just seems to be so focused and just, it's a hyper focus on the fact that his wife is white. I think that that's maybe the point that Clark was trying to say, not necessarily bashing his wife, but saying you can't even have empathy for a black woman because you're so focused on your white wife.
Yeah, because his wife is white. But if I'm the milkman, right, and my wife happens to be white, then fine. That don't got nothing to do with my perspective and my feelings on Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. That has no bearings on that. So for you to bring up how I view my wife or even white women as a whole is irrelevant to this current conversation and topic. I feel like Ryan Clark is better than that.